Hi, Charmaine.
Thank you so much, Osman Tolo. Wow, what a beautiful performance. Hello, prayer partners. My name is Charmaine Mukwena, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Apostle for this wonderful platform. And today we are talking mental health. I mean, people are under stress, people are frustrated because of the COVID situation. Well, prayer partners, we have people here, we have experts here who will be answering all the mental health problems that you might experiencing today. Osman Tolo, we have experts here in the panel that I would like to introduce to our prayer partners out there. Abuti Kobe is here to do that for us. And Abuti Kobe, over to you, sir.
Greetings to you all. Sanbanani, Timachero, Ruberile, Tumelang, hello, hi, and welcome to it. This is Apostle Samuel Mugwena's show, reaching people and reviving their lives. By his song, and welcome everybody. As Austramain has spoken, that we have professionals on the platform. We are here to discuss mental health. As you know that a lot of us has been struggling because of the lockdown. A lot of us have been struggling because the COVID-19, it has changed our lives forever. It has changed our lives that some of us have lost our jobs. Some of us have lost deals that were supposed to change our lives. But now because of a lot of us lost a lot of things. Our assets, houses, cars were lost. And it has led us into overthinking. It has led us into thinking a lot, having that thought. You are now faced with looking at your problem head on. And because of this, before you could go out to a movie, you could go out and chill with your friends to avoid certain things. But now you are now there to actually go head on with your problems. You cannot go to the movies anymore. You cannot go and chill with your friends so that you can avoid the problems that you're facing. And you now dig deep into into those thoughts that are actually affecting your life. Now we have professionals today that will be helping us with that. We went to the limb of finding professionals that will be helping us with that. First off, it's Bongeka Datani. She's a spiritual psychologist practicing as a mental health specialist. She's a life and relationship coach, and again, she's a motivational speaker and an MC. And we have Dr. Ntswaki Sitlaba. She's a psychiatrist and she's a co-writer of Someone in My Head, a co-author of Someone in My Head, which she will be sharing the book with us. And I believe it's all about the mental health. And again, we have Lerato Lemosa. She's a gym instructor and she's a local radio personality. And again, we have Machaka and Lebohang, who are professional nurses and who will be telling us a bit more about the clinical side of mental health. And again, we have our in-house, obviously, our Charmaine, who you just saw now. She's our professional nurse. She deals with general nursing, community, and midwifery. So I would like to welcome all our guests. Hi, how are you doing, guys?
Hello, Jacobi.
I hope everybody is good. And I've introduced everybody. I've introduced our guests. Let us not waste time. Let us get into it. It's a sensitive matter. But Dr. Ntswaki, I want you to just elaborate a bit. What is mental health?
It's literally that, the health of your mental state. Mental health basically means, yes, having a healthy mind, having a mind that is able to assist you to function, because we need our minds to function in everything that we do. So you need your mentation, your mental state to be healthy in order for you to work. There's no point in being healthy physically. When your mental state is not healthy, then basically you can't function. So that's what mental health is.
Yeah. And I believe there's a difference between mental health and mental illness.
They are opposites of each other. Mental health means your mentation is healthy. Mental illness is all the diseases that Charmaine and myself treat. So then the mental illnesses, there's a whole list of what mental illnesses are. And there's a whole, I call it the psychiatry Bible, that we use to actually diagnose the mental illnesses. So if your mental state is not healthy, you have a mental illness that we actually get to treat.
Yes. Thank you very much. I want to jump into Sis Ubongeka and Tatani.
Yes,
Sisi, I believe people would want to know, what is the difference between a spiritual psychologist and a psychologist, a traditional psychologist, the one that we used to. Why spiritual psychologist?
I'll answer on the spiritual side. The spiritual psychologist, in a short format, I would say a human being is made up of three components, which is your body, your soul, and spirit. So the role of a spiritual psychologist is to repair the psyche, the human psyche, which now gives you what we call a sixth sense, contributing to your intuition, contributing to your mental health. So whereby you're going to say, as a human being, I have my five senses, which is the sense of smell, taste, touch, and then there's the sixth sense. So my role as a psychologist is to marry the three. And in this three now, if one of the components, which is the body, is disconnected from the soul, that means there's a network problem. So if the two is not aligned and in contact, the spiritual aspect of your being is going to lack. So that means there's going to be behaviors on the ground which people will fail to understand, and some of them they will diagnose as personalities, whilst in true sense it's just actually your spiritual aspect and your mental capacity and your body not in line.
Yes, I understand. Perfectly clear. I want to go to Lebogang and Machaka. I want us to just to jump into it. Let us explain what is depression. I want Machaka to explain to us what is depression. Thereafter, I would like Lebogang to explain what is anxiety.
Hi, Overthinking.
Hi.
I'm so sorry. I think they've just been disconnected. They'll just try to rejoin right now. But you can.
Swati.
You are confronted by your emotions and you don't have capacity to actually handle or actually honor because your mind has been suppressed for quite some time. So that is where your trauma is, because the suicide part, it ends up being the escape route. Because I will tell you, as I mentioned, the body. So when the body is tired, that means the mind cannot function properly. So you look at exit strategies. So suicide to some people is an exit strategy to end the misery. So at that point in time, that person doesn't have other options, doesn't have other avenues in terms of them trying to normalize the space. So it's a matter of them saying, you know what, I've tried it all, and the people around me are not even aware of the battle that I'm fighting. So I'd rather end my misery by taking my life. That means it's the soul leaving the body, which it cannot accommodate, if you want to put it that way.
Yes, yes. And to everybody that is watching on Facebook, do not forget that you can engage with us and ask any question that you would like to know from our professionals, and those that are on Zoom also, they can send in their questions. So do not forget to engage with us. Alshame,
Yes, sir.
please help us. Signs of depression. How can you see that this one, I think, depression? How do you the signs? If I'm home and my cousin, my siblings, my friends, how can I see that? Okay, these are the signs of depression, and these are the signs of concern, which probably I should take this person to go see a professional.
Oh, thank you so much, Abutiko. I think Dr. Sitlava has already dwelled into it deeper. She mentioned that the person who is experiencing depression, like she said, will be presenting with tiredness. Sometimes they don't eat at all. Sometimes they overeat, and TV are going out and all that. All of a sudden, this person is staying at home. You see, and then it's a red flag. Definitely, that person needs some attention.
Thank you very much. Lerato Lemosa. You are a gym instructor. Ausi, tell me, does physical fitness help with reducing getting depression?
Getting depression. Let me just emphasize on the fact that when you exercise, there's actually numerous benefits. But the one I'm going to stress most about is the fact that it reduces your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone, and it increases your endorphins. So some of the things I can say, it increases your energy levels as well. And
I think, Doctor, did you hear the question?
Yes, I did.
Please.
Firstly, I would like to say what Oslerato Lemosa said. I need to reiterate and just add on to that as a psychiatrist. Yes. I survived the lockdown because of keeping my exercise routine. I did not fail. Continued. Yes. Gyms closed. I opened a gym in my 2-bedroom apartment, and I jogged a lot. So exercise is tops. In any case, how do you help someone? Basically, as Ostermain said, you recognize that someone's got depression in the change of behavior. So essentially, you need to Be there for them in order to be the ear that they need.
Yes.
Be a shoulder for them to cry on. Whatever you do, I always say this, please refrain from offering advice. It's not gonna help.
Yes.
They have a way of seeing the world, and usually it's in a very negative way. So if you come and say to them, "Oh, well, Mati, look at on the brighter side of life," you're making them feel even guilty about the fact that they're not seeing the bright side of life.
Wow.
So that is